Okay, Hare Krishna. We will discuss chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita today. We're talking about sun on the auspicious occasion of Radha Saptami. So, sun represents Bhagavata Purana. In Bhagavatam, in the first canto, there is a shloka. Krishne Swadhamo Pagate Jnana Karmadibi Saha. When Krishna returned to his Swadhama, Goloka Vrindavana, along with him, Jnana and Karma also disappeared. Because when Krishna is there, when Bhagavan is there on the earth, or when Bhagavan's associates are there on the earth, then there will be Dharma. But as soon as Bhagavan has left, Jnana and Karma also left. That means Bhakti has been lost. Because Jnana and Karma, actually Karma sannyāsa, not exactly Karma sannyāsa. So Jnana and Karma sannyāsa, they also disappeared. These two are the children of Bhakti. Bhakti Devi has two children, Jnana and Vairagya. So, along with Krishna, these two also disappeared. And that is when Kalau Nashta Drushamesha. Seeing that there is an ill effect of Kali. Kalau Nashta Drushamesha. Drusham means by seeing. Kalau Nashta Drushamesha Puranarko Dhunoditaha. Purana Arka. Arka means sun. Purana Arka. Purana means this Bhagavata Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam is a Purana. Itihasa Purana. Srimad Bhagavata Purana. Puranarko Dhunoditaha. So to clear this contamination of Kali, Kalau Nashta Drushamesha Puranarko Dhunoditaha. Dhuno. In Hindi we have the word Dhona, right? Dhunoditaha means to clear off, to wash off. To clear off the contamination of Kali, Krishna has appeared like a sun. Just like how sun appears, Krishna has appeared in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Purana Arka. Arka means sun. Chandra is moon, Arka is sun. Purana. Yeah. So, Purana Purusha, they say, right? That means the first and foremost. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, Narayana, they have a name, Purana Purusha. That means they are the first and foremost cosmic person. Okay? And this Puranam, Bhagavata Puranam, Mahabharatam is also Puranam. So it's a personification of Bhagavan. It's a book form of Bhagavan. It's a book form of that Purana Purusha. That's why it is called Purana. Yeah. Bhagavatam. It's a book form of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, Bhagavatam. Purana Purusha, Purana. Yeah. So, and just like how sun clears off any contamination. Okay, if there's dirty water on the road, as soon as sun rays fall on that, within no time, everything will be cleared. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is compared to Arka, sun, it clears off all the contamination in our heart. Okay, so with that little introduction to Radha Saptami, and today is also Advaita Acharya's appearance day. Advaita Acharya is none other than Lord Shiva himself. Okay, so he is part of the Panchatattva. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas. Okay, so Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, and then Srivas Thakur. So these five together, they are collectively known as Panchatattva. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, we all know Krishna and Balaram. And then Advaita Acharya is incarnation of Lord Shiva himself. And Gadadhara Pandit, who is Gadadhara Pandit? Huh? Gadadhara Pandit is Radharani. Yeah, Gadadhara Pandit is Radharani. Radharani's incarnation, Gadadhara Pandit, in the male form here. And Srivas is Narada Muni. Yeah, Narada Muni appeared as Srivas Thakur. Okay. So before all of them appeared, the first appearance was Advaita Acharya. Lord Shiva incarnated as Advaita Acharya in Navadvip, in Bengal region, Navadvip. And that time, nobody was practicing bhakti. Irreligion was predominant. So looking at all this, Advaita Acharya was weeping. So he had a Saligram Shila. He worshipped the Saligram Shila. He poured water with Abhishekam on Saligram Shila. And looking at how people are practicing irreligion, adharma predominantly, Advaita Acharya was weeping. And with his tears, he did Abhishekam to the Saligram Shila. And then he called out to Supreme Personality of Godhead to appear. Then Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. So in this context, we can see how, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhaktyupakrutam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. If one offers a leaf, a fruit, a flower, and water with love and devotion, I will accept it. Bhakti is very simple. We don't have to offer chappan bhog every day. Only then Krishna will be happy. Only then Krishna will consider that we are practicing devotees and we are progressing well on bhakti. No, even if you offer little water, a fruit, a leaf, a flower, with love and devotion, Krishna will accept that. So there are 4 things, right? Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. There are 4 best devotees who have perfected in these 4 things, who have perfected in offering these 4 different things. So let us see what are those 4 different things. Patram, first one is Patram. Patram means leaf. So who offered the best Patram, best leaf? Tulsi leaf. So who offered that Tulsi leaf in a best way?
Rukmini.
Rukmini. Yeah, Rukmini Devi. So we all know about the Sri Krishna Tulabharam incident, right? Sri Krishna Tulabharam. So during that time, Satyabhama was trying to weigh Krishna's weight with gold, jewelry, wealth, everything. But that weighing scale balance, that the plate was not raising at all. On one side, Krishna was sitting. On the other side, Satyabhama was putting lot of wealth. But it was not raising at all. And then immediately Rukmini Devi came and just put one tulsi leaf, and then Krishna's plate has risen up in the air. So that shows the power of tulsi leaf, the power of devotion of Rukmini Devi, with which she offered tulsi leaf to Krishna, and Krishna was happy. Okay, so that is an example. Rukmini Devi is an example who offered this patram in the best possible way. And phalam, patram pushpam, next one is pushpam. Who offered pushpam in the best possible way? Gajendra. Yeah, Gajendra. Okay, Gajendra is an animal, and he cannot go to Safeway to buy flowers. He cannot go to Costco to get bunch of rose flowers. But he was in the lake, and that too he was stuck in the clutches of crocodile. And when Sriman Narayana appeared, Lord Srihari appeared in front of Gajendra, he picked up a lotus from the pond and offered it to Srihari. So that's why Gajendra is quoted as the best example of a devotee who offered pushpam in the best possible way. Okay? There may be other kings and other great devotees who have offered best possible flowers in a grand way, different types of flowers, even parijata flowers, there's a description of what kind of flowers are offered to Krishna in spiritual world. In Bhagavatam there is a shloka. Mandara Kunda Kurabhotpala Punnaga Naga. So like that there is a list of so many flowers. But more than all of that, Krishna or Lord Sri Hari accepted the lotus offered by Gajendra very happily. Okay? So Patram, Pushpam, then Phalam, fruit. Who offered the fruit in the best possible way? Shabari. Okay? We all know that Shabari's guru told Shabari that, I'm very pleased with your devotion. Not only me, but even Lord Ramachandra is also very pleased with your devotion. I am very confident that one day he will come and give darshan to you. That much he said. And then she believed that. She believed that, just like how our Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told him, go to Western countries and preach. Like casually he said. Like casually he said in the first conversation, first meeting. And Prabhupada took that very seriously. And that's why we are all here. So, like that, Shabari's guru just casually said, I'm pleased with you, I'm pleased with your devotion, and I'm sure Lord Ramachandra is also pleased, and I'm confident that he will give darshan to you. Just like every guru says, right? So he also said the same thing. But Shabari took it very seriously. Oh, Ramachandra will come. From that day onwards, every day she was waiting for Ramachandra. Every day morning she thinks that day Ramachandra will come. And she decorates the front yard of the house very nicely with rangoli and everything. And inside also she keeps everything very neat. And then she brings berry fruits ready for Ramachandra. That's the only thing she kept ready, berry fruits. And finally Ramachandra came. Ramachandra came to accept those berry fruits because she was offering with love and devotion. As Krishna promised in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yomai Bhakti Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upakritam Ashnami. Means I will eat, I will accept. So now Ramachandra has to come to fulfill that promise, because Krishna made this promise when he spoke this Bhagavad Gita to sun god Vivaswan some millions of years ago, much before, long before Ramayana happened. But once a word is given, it has to be fulfilled, right? So, and Shabari is offering berry fruits with love and devotion. So there has to be some verification, sadhu, shastra, sangha, sadhu, shastra and guru. Verification has to be there. Three things have to be. Whatever guru says, it should match with whatever it is mentioned in the shastra. And whatever it is mentioned in the shastra, sadhu has to perform that. So in order to fulfill this, Ramachandra came to Shabari's house. That is phalam. And then finally toyam. Toyam means water. Okay? So Advaita Acharya is the best example. One of the two best examples who offered water in the best possible way. Advaita Acharya, seeing all the irreligion in the Navadvip area, he did abhishekam to Saligrama Shila with his tears. So the tears are toyam, water. Okay, and then Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also gopis. Gopis are also quoted as the best example who offered water in the best possible way. Because in Rasa Leela, Krishna was there in the beginning, and then after some time he left, he disappeared. When Krishna disappeared, all the gopis and Radharani, they were feeling pangs of separation from Krishna. In that viraha, they were crying, they were weeping intensely. And then they offered water. The water is nothing but their tears. Okay? So Toyam, that is also Toyam.
Question. Like this 3, 4 only are there because they're easily available. Why not milk? Like I'm having a question like it's easily available.
When Krishna says Toyam, which is water, that means any liquid.
Any liquid.
Yeah, milk also. It includes milk also. Yeah. Now we need to find an example of a devotee who offered milk in the best possible way. That's your homework. That's your homework. Who offered milk in the best possible way. So last week we concluded chapter 5. What is the title of chapter 5? Jnana Karma Sannyāsa Yoga. Dhyāna Karma Sannyāsa Yoga. Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. Chapter 3 is action. Chapter 4 is knowledge. Chapter 5, fusion. Fusion of action and knowledge. Karma plus jnana. That is 5th chapter. Okay? When you are working with knowledge, then you can develop detachment from the results of your work. Okay? Yes. Very good. Very good. See, someone who doesn't come to the class regularly, he is able to answer. Mahi, are you giving a class at home every day? Oh, you searched and it showed, huh? Not my mind. But you searched, that's it. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, Putana, correct. Surabhi cow.
So when deciding.
Yes, yeah, that is also there. But if we take Bhagavatam as a reference, then these are the examples. Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita as the example, these are the devotees. Yes. So, during that chapter, the last shloka, 5.29, it's a peace formula. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. I am the ultimate enjoyer. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. I am the ultimate enjoyer of yajna and tapas. Yajna, tapas, dana, karma, jnana, and so on. I am the ultimate enjoyer or benefactor or receiver. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. I am the controller of all the 3 planets. Controller means it implicitly saying that he is the creator, controller, maintainer, everything. Okay. And Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. I am the well-wisher and best friend of everyone. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. Now, during that time, I think last week or a week before that, we discussed what is the practical instruction for us when Krishna is saying that I am your best friend. What is the practical instruction? What is the internal meaning of it, or indirect instruction that we need to take?
Be friendly.
Last week you only told answer, right? Be friend to each other. Be dear to each other. Okay? Be dear to each other. Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. I want to make friendship with you. Okay? Kartumichami Sakyam Prabho. So in this context, there is a beautiful shloka. Vritrasura prayers. So Vritrasura is a demon. He was Chitraketu Maharaj. When he was on his way to spiritual world, then he saw Lord Shiva and Parvati, either they were dancing or sitting together, and then Chitraketu Maharaj commented, and then Parvati, she cursed Chitraketu to become a demon, and then he fell down. He was on the way to spiritual world, and then he fell down to Bhuloka. He became a demon, and then he performed bhakti in the demon form also. There are 4 shlokas, beautiful Vritrasura prayers. In the last shloka, Vritrasura is also asking the same thing. He wants to develop friendship with everybody. Mamottama shloka janeshu sakyam samsara chakre bhramata swakarmabhihi tvanmayayatmaja dharagehesh asakta chittasya nanata bhuyat. Okay, sakyam. Sakyam means the friendship. We discussed the 4 different types of friendships, right? What are the 4 different types of friendships? Mitra, Bandhu, Sakha, and then Suhrut. Yeah. So Sakyam. Mamottama shloka janeshu Sakyam. Mama means my. Uttama shloka. Uttama shloka means Lord. My Lord. My Bhagavan. Uttama shloka is one of the names of Krishna. Mama Uttama shloka means my Lord, oh my Lord, or Janeshu. Janeshu means people who are belonging to my Lord. Mamattama shloka means my Lord. Janeshu means, Jana means people. Janeshu means people of my Lord. People who are belonging to my Lord. Who are belonging to the Lord? Everybody. Everybody in the entire creation. Not just this world, not just this universe, but entire creation. Everybody is part and parcel of Bhagavan. Sakyam, I want to develop friendship with them. Mamottama shloka janeshu sakyam samsara chakre brahmata swakarma bihi. Now you don't have to worry about the next part so much. Basically what he's saying is everybody is suffering in this samsara chakra, repeated birth and death life cycle. They all have their children, Atmaja, Dara, the spouse, Gehe, the house. They have so many attachments. Because of all this, they are trapped in this samsara chakra. I want to develop friendship with everybody, and let me not have any. I want to have friendship with everybody, but at the same time, let me be not attached to anybody. Asakta chittasya nanata bhuyat. Na asakta. That means no attachment. Let me be not attached to them. Let me be not attached to the wife, children, house, or anybody, but I want to develop friendship with your devotees. Okay? Actually, particularly when Janeshu means, Mamottama shloka Janeshu means his devotees. So there is a separation here. In the first line, he is talking about devotees. He wants to develop friendship with devotees, and whoever is non-devotee, okay, like the karmis, materialistic people, he wants to be detached from them. He wants to be detached from them, asakta. Okay, because we talked about friendship so much. When we discuss different shlokas and different about when we discuss about different devotees who talked about sakyam, then we will remember this point very well. Okay, now coming to 6th chapter. This is the last chapter in the first section of Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga section. Okay, or Karma section. There are 3 sections in Bhagavad Gita: Karma, Bhakti, and Dhyana. First 6 chapters, Karma. Middle 6 chapters, Bhakti. Last 6 chapters, Dhyana. So this will be the last chapter in the first section, Karma section. This chapter primarily talks about Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. So when we understand this chapter, we will get rid of all the misconceptions that are getting propagated in the society about yoga. In the society, when people talk about yoga, what do they mean? Yoga means some asanas, some poses, some asanas, some postures to improve your health. The process itself is wrong and the goal is also wrong. So total wrong. Okay? So there is a complete misunderstanding of yoga in the society. So after we discuss this chapter, all the misconceptions will be cleared. So before we understand what is yoga, it is better to understand what yoga is not. What yoga is not. Then we will know what yoga is. so, so this chapter, it's only for few people. It's only for Sudhakar. It's only for Sudhakar. Not for mass people. But after reading this chapter, you will say, this is not for me also. That is what is Krishna's goal. When Krishna is including all types of yogas in Bhagavad Gita, he is giving freedom to choose whatever is suitable for you. He is giving that freedom. By giving that freedom, simultaneously he is also telling that beware, if you be cautious, if you are choosing this path, it may not be practical. And in this chapter, Krishna tells the impracticality of Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. Impracticality of Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. By giving so many details about Astānga Yoga, if you are reading this chapter, you will think, oh, what Krishna is suggesting Astānga Yoga, it will feel like that. Because he is giving so many details, just like how Karma Yoga, niṣkāma Karma Yoga, all those things. Krishna gives so many intricate details about Astānga Yoga. So if somebody is reading, naturally they will think, oh, Krishna is recommending this also as one of the paths to reach him. But the reason why Krishna has given these details is to show the impracticality of practicing Astānga Yoga. Okay? So, towards the end of 5th chapter, in 5.27-28 especially, Krishna has explained about Astānga Yoga in brief. In the entire 5th chapter, Krishna explained how by practicing niṣkāma Karma Yoga, how by practicing Karma Yoga, by detaching from the results of your action, how one can get liberation. That is one approach. And towards the end, what Krishna has told, the same result, the same liberation can be attained by meditating on the Paramatma within, by practicing Astānga Yoga. So Krishna gave a prelude, okay, a prelude in 5th chapter. So those two shlokas, 5.27-28, are a precursor or prelude to what's coming up in 6th chapter. Okay. So let's see the first shloka and then understand the details of Astānga Yoga here. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha sa sannyāsi cha yogi cha na nirāgnirna chakriyah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Lord said, Anashritaha, without taking shelter, karma phalam, of the result of work, karyam, obligatory, karma, work, karoti, performs, ya, one who, saha, he, sannyasi, in the renounced order, cha, also, yogi, mystic, cha, also, na, not, ne, without, agni, fire, na, nor, cha, also, akriya, without duty. How you want the stand? Yeah. I will give the mic to somebody to read. Rakesh, can you read this?
Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as is obligated in the renounced order of life, and he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty.
Yeah.
Purport. In this chapter, the Lord explains that the process of the Eightfold Yoga system is a means to control the mind and the senses. However, this is very difficult for people in general to perform, especially in the age of Kali. Although the Eightfold Yoga system is recommended in this chapter, the Lord emphasizes that the process of Karma Yoga or acting in Krishna consciousness is better. Everyone acts in the world to maintain his family and their
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia, but what does it mean?
Paraphernalia means the members, the different members, different parts. For example, when you are doing arati, this word is mostly used when you are performing arati to the Lord. Different paraphernalia means different ingredients. Like what do you use in arati? You use incense sticks, you use ghee wick, you use water, flowers, vastram, chamara, peacock chamara. These are the different paraphernalia. Okay? Yeah. Ingredients, you can say. Yeah.
Everyone acts in this world to maintain his family and their paraphernalia. But no
So
one
here
is
in this context, it's
members.
maintain his family and their family members. Yeah.
But no one is working without some self-interest, some personal gratification, be it concentrated or extended. The criteria of perfection is to act in Krishna consciousness and not with a view to enjoying the fruits of work. To act in Krishna consciousness is the duty of every living entity because all are constitutionally parts and parcel of the Supreme. The parts of the body work for the satisfaction of the whole body. The limbs of the body do not act for self-satisfaction, but for the satisfaction of the complete whole. Similarly, the living entity who acts for the satisfaction of the Supreme Whole and not for personal satisfaction is the perfect sannyasi or the perfect yogi. The sannyasis sometimes artificially think that they have become liberated from all the material duties and therefore they cease to perform agnihotra, yagnas or fire sacrifices. But actually they are self-interested because their goal is to become one with the impersonal Brahman. Such a desire is greater than any material desire, but it is not without self-interest. Similarly, the mystic yogi who practices the yogi system with half open eyes, ceasing all the material activities, desires some satisfaction for his personal self. But a person acting in Krishna consciousness works for the satisfaction of the whole without self-interest. A Krishna conscious person has no desire for self-satisfaction. His criteria of success is the satisfaction of Krishna, and thus he is the perfect sannyasi or the perfect yogi. Lord Chaitanya, the highest perfectional symbol of renunciation, prays in this way.
न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिर अहेतुकी त्वयि.
Translation. O mighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor to enjoy beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. What I want only is the causeless mercy of your devotional service in my life, birth after birth.
After birth. Yeah. That is from Aṣṭāṅga. Nadanam najanam na sundarim. So in this shloka, Krishna is saying that one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life. So this is the summary of entire 5th chapter. Okay? So he's just repeating, rephrasing the same thing. as a recap for all of us. And he is the true mystic, is the true yogi, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. Okay? He's talking about Madhuri here. Last week during Prasadam time, Madhuri was telling, sometimes I feel like I don't want to do anything. So, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. So many people, they want to renounce things artificially. They want to go to forest and they want to meditate. So, but that's not true renunciation. Krishna has told that repeatedly in 5th chapter. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 3 chapters, he has told this repeatedly.
Self-interest.
Hmm?
Self-interest, right away.
Yeah. In the purport, Prabhupada explains that even such a person who is renouncing things artificially, going to a forest and meditating, what is his goal?
Get liberated.
To get liberated and merge with impersonal Brahman. That is also a desire. That means he has attachment to the result of his meditation. So that means he is also not a renounced person. He is not a sannyasi.
There is interest.
He is not sannyasi. He has a selfish desire. And Prabhupada writes that desire is a bigger desire than material desire. You know, in material life, we have desires for wealth, name, fame, all these things. Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, Kavitam, Jagadisha, all these things. But Prabhupada is saying, if a yogi who is going to forest and meditating and don't want to do anything, and he is meditating to get liberated, that is a selfish desire. Okay? But who is a true yogi? True yogi is that person who is working but completely renouncing the results of his work. Completely renouncing the results of his work. So Prabhupada writes in this chapter that in this purport that eightfold yoga system, that means Aṣṭāṅga Yoga, Aṣṭāṅga, eightfold yoga system, Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. In this yoga, there are 8 different processes, 8 limbs. What are those 8 limbs? We will discuss in the next few shlokas. So Prabhupada is writing that it's a means. This yoga system is a means to control mind and senses. However, it is very difficult. It is very difficult for people in Kali Yuga. Why?
Desires.
Desires are there. Yeah. Hmm? What is that? Maya. Okay. Maya was there in all yugas. Satya Yuga, Maya is eternal. It's there all the time.
So in this
Preparation.
in this age, like most of the people are Shudras. So, performing such austerities, I think it's not easy, right?
Most of us will complain that we don't have time to do Ashtanga Yoga. Like the eightfold yoga.
We don't have time. Yes, time. Okay? In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a shloka that uses a phrase Alpayushu. Okay? Alpayushu. That means in Kali Yuga, people have Alpa Ayushu. The lifespan is very less. It used to be 100 years, but now it is 70. Average 70 years is the lifespan. If you are maintaining your health properly, if you are maintaining your diet, good exercise and all those things, then average is 70. Otherwise, it may be 50, 40. So the lifespan.
People are 10,000, 60,000 years.
Yeah.
Previous yugas.
So in Kali Yuga, it is 100 years. It was 100 years, right?
Yeah.
Dwapara Yuga, it was 1,000 years. Treta Yuga, 10,000 years. Satya Yuga, 100,000 years. 1 lakh. Lifespan was 1 lakh years. So if the lifespan is 1 lakh years, then it is easy. You can practice meditation. You can try for 1,000 years. If you fail, you can start again. You can learn from your mistakes and you can start again. Or you can go to a different yoga school and you can try another yoga method. You can come to Sudhakar Yoga. So like that they have time to experiment, they have time to perfect in their yoga. But in Kali Yuga, people are classified by this adjective known as Alpayushu. Okay? Why people in Kali Yuga have Alpayushu? Why they have left? Why their lifespan is very less? Huh? Everything is impure. Okay? Okay? Is it by design like this or there is something else which is wrong?
Because of the karma. And people are
Karma.
yeah, so many sinful activities that karma should do.
Okay. What else? You want to say something? What's your name?
My name is Virendra.
Virendra. Okay, good to see you last time. Yeah.
I could be wrong with maybe habits.
Habits. Very good. Big round of applause to him. Yeah. See? The lesson learned is you should not come to the class regularly. Then you will get the answers properly. Two examples, Virendra and Subhash. The perfect answers. Habits. Okay, that means people don't maintain any discipline. There is no regulation. There is no regulation in how much they are eating. There is no regulation in what they are doing in terms of entertainment or work or anything. There is no regulation in anything. That is the main reason for the habits, basically the bad habits, irregular habits, bad habits. No regulation. That's the reason for less lifespan. And as we see, from 1 year to the next year, these habits are degrading further and further. That's why the average lifespan is degrading. So there was a story once upon a time. A man went to a park and he saw an old man sitting on a bench. He was um, so he was about 98 years old. So this man, this person, when he saw this old man sitting on the bench, he asked, um, "How old are you?" Then he said 98. And then this person asked, "What's the secret of your health?" Okay. Then he said, "I don't have any bad habits. I have never drunk in my life. I never smoked. I always ate good food, sattvic food, and I was always chaste to my wife. All good habits." That's why this person, even though he was 98, he was looking like as if he was in 50s or 60s. Okay. And then there was another person. As this person was walking, he saw another man. Then he asked the same question to him. "What's your age?" Maybe he was doing some survey that day. So now this time this old man said he's 93. And then he said, "How is your lifestyle?" He asked, "How is your lifestyle?" He said, I smoke occasionally, I drink occasionally, in parties. I drink in parties occasionally. Social drinker, they say, right? There is a sophisticated word for that, social drinker. Social smoker, social drinker, like that. So it's not too bad for him. It's not completely irregular. His habits are not completely irregular, but not better than, not as ideal as the first person. That's why he was 93. Okay, he was looking, the first person and second person, they both were looking like same. But even though 98 years old, the first person, he was looking same as this 93-year-old person. So you see, when there is a degradation in the habits, there is a degradation in the look and feel. Then this person continued walking in the park, and he saw a third old man. And he asked the same question. No, this time he asked, okay, so what's your lifestyle? And the third person said, I drink every day, I smoke every day. He gave a list of all bad habits. Okay? And this person, he's surprised, he's shocked actually. He asked that third person, but how come, you're such an old person. You're such an old person, despite having so many bad habits, despite having so many irregularities, no regulation in your life, you're just eating whatever you feel like eating, you're drinking whatever you feel like drinking, you're just doing whatever you feel like doing. Despite all that, how come you're still living? Even at this, old age, ripe old age. This person was thinking he was like 98, 97, like that. But out of curiosity, he asked, what's your age? He said some 35 or something. Then it was a double shock to him. So from this we can understand that it is the bad habits, irregularities, having no regulation in life, that causes degradation in the lifespan, alpayush. People not only have less lifespan, but there is another adjective that is described in Bhagavatam, manda. Manda means dull-headed. Dull-headed. Okay? No. Manda means lazy.
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 Manda buddhi. Yeah.
Another adjective, sumanda, that is dull-headed, less intelligent, dull-headed. So the first one is manda. Alpayusham, then manda. Manda means lazy. We always procrastinate things, we always postpone things. आज का काम कल करो, कल का काम परसों करो, परसों का काम कभी मत करो, कभी मत करो. We completely changed the famous quotation, कल का काम आज करो. So that is manda, lazy. And then sumanda. Sumanda means less intelligent, dull-headed, less intelligent. In the material world, no matter which yuga we are in, Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali Yuga, everyone suffers. Everyone suffers, and everyone has a desire to get liberated, to get free from this material world and go to spiritual world. But people in Kali Yuga, they are sumanda, dull-headed. That means less intelligent. What does that mean? That means even if they have a desire to get liberated, they will choose those paths which were they will choose those paths which were told to them by wrong people. They were misguided. Okay, they are easily misguided because of their less intelligence. They are easily misguided or misled. Because the world is full of cheaters. Even in spirituality, even in religion, there are so many cheaters. And when you don't have proper intelligence, when you don't know what you want, when you don't have proper intelligence, then you will be cheated very easily. So people are misguided so easily, even in spirituality. That's why sumanda, they have desire to get liberated, but because of their less intelligence, they are always misguided to choose a wrong path. That's why all this Bikram yoga, hot yoga, chair yoga, sofa yoga, dog yoga, all these bogus yogas have come into business. And they are all cheating people. Left and right, they are cheating people. So these days, yoga definition means people have forgotten the actual definition of yoga. Nobody knows what is the actual definition of yoga. Yoga means some postures, some asanas, and their goal is to get good health so that they can enjoy more. They can enjoy more. They can live longer and they can enjoy more. So Manda Sumanda Mati actually. The word is Sumanda Mati. Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya. The next adjective is Manda Bhagya. Prayena Alpayusha Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya. Manda Bhagya means misfortune. People are unfortunate. They have misfortune. They are unfortunate. What does that mean? Life is full of problems. Life is full of problems. There are problems created by our own body and mind, problems created by external living entities, problems created by spouse, problems created by neighbors, problems created by in-laws, problems created by co-workers. There are nature, that is the third one. Problems created by nature. Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Bhautika. Three types of problems. And the moment you take birth, that itself is a problem. Birth itself is a problem. Because as soon as we are born, we cry. Right? We don't laugh. When we take birth, we don't laugh.
So the problems are because of our karmas only. It's not about we think that this is all we are carrying because of our karma.
Yes. Yeah.
All unfortunates also because of the karmas only.
Because of karma only.
Otherwise, because of this Kali Yuga.
No, because of karma.
Karma.
Yeah.
Karma, we are born in Kali.
Yeah. So because of karma, we have all these problems, and that is why we are unfortunate. We have this misfortune. So when there are so many worries, so many problems in life, how can we focus our mind? How can we control our mind and focus on something? It's not possible. And when we are less intelligent, we are misguided, and we choose a wrong path. So how can we practice Aṣṭāṅga Yoga properly? And when we have less lifespan, how can we even achieve perfection in Aṣṭāṅga Yoga? And what else? Prayena Alpayusha Manda lazy. When we are lazy, how can we even practice yoga asanas? Forget about controlling the mind. If a person is lazy, how can he or she even practice yoga asanas? Before you can control mind, first you have to practice yoga asanas. So these are all not possible because of the so many things that were described. So Krishna explains this chapter just to prove that this is difficult. The main thing that we have to take from this chapter, there are only two things. Okay, three things actually. One is the topic of controlling the mind, art of mind control, that is discussed in this chapter. Okay, in 2-3 shlokas that is discussed, that we have to focus in a great detail. And the second topic is regulation. We were discussing about habits, irregularities, right? Krishna talks about how to regulate things in life. Yuktahara viharasya yukta karmasva chetasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. That means a person who does not follow any regulation in eating, in recreation, in working, in sleeping, he will only be miserable. Dukkha, yogo bhavati dukkha. He will only be miserable. So that is a practical lesson. First one is the art of mind control, the practical lesson for us. Then the art of regulation, that's the second lesson. The third topic that we are interested or we should know from this chapter is what is the topmost yoga, what is the easiest and best yoga. In this material world, anything that is easy, it is not the best, right? Give me an example. No, not in bhakti. Material. By the way, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is easy and best both. Give an example in material life which is easy but not the best.
Like not working hard is easy, but it doesn't help.
But not the best. Very good. That's the dream of everyone, right? That's the dream of all software engineers. Yeah.
The process.
But give me something better. Some better example.
Processed food is easy to get.
Yes, very good. Processed food, it's easy. You can freeze the food for the rest of your life. Okay, you can buy a big freezer, like a walk-in cooler freezer, and you can store food that is sufficient for the rest of your life. And then every day, all you have to do is just put it in microwave for 1 minute and then eat. It's easy, very easy, but it's not the best. Okay? Now give me an example for the opposite. What is best is not easy.
Cow milk.
Cow milk, very good. Cow milk is the best food of all. Okay? More than your spinach, more than your greens, more than your fruits, more than anything else, more than grains, more than millets, more than sprouts, more than anything else. The best food is milk, that is cow milk. But is it easy to get cow milk? Pure cow milk, is it easy? No. So whatever is best is not easily available. And whatever is easily available is not best. So when it comes to practicing any yoga, we have different yogas. Karma Yoga, Dhyāna Yoga, Aṣṭāṅga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. People apply the same principle. They think that if something is easy, that means it is not the best. Bhakti Yoga means just chant and be happy. Oh, it's very easy. That means it is the best. Okay? And then this is the lowest level. At the medium level, they consider Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is not as easy as Bhakti Yoga. Okay? Bhakti Yoga is what? You just have to sit and chant. Very easy. Anybody can do it. You don't even need to have any knowledge also. But Karma Yoga and Dhyana Yoga is at a medium level, little tougher than Bhakti Yoga. So people practice Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga for some time and they think this is also not so difficult. Okay? By practicing Karma Yoga and Dhyana Yoga for 10, 20 years, I can perfect. So this is little difficult but not very difficult. It's not like impossible, it's manageable. That means this may not be the best thing. Okay? Then they practice, then they come to Sudhakar. they talk to Sudhakar and Sudhakar gives them all enlightenment. Sudhakar tells them, you know what? Aṣṭāṅga Yoga, you should practice Dhyāna Yoga. Then when they think that Dhyāna Yoga is very difficult, you have to concentrate on the tip of your nose. You have to sit on a deer skin in Padmasana. It's very difficult. Then they think, oh, this is the best. Because anything best is not easily available. Anything best is not easily available. That means it has to be hard. Anything best must be very hard to practice. So that's how people come to wrong conclusion that Aṣṭāṅga Yoga is the best. Dhyāna Yoga, meditation is the best. So, but the beauty of Bhakti Yoga is it's both easy and the best. It's easy and the best. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Vandanam, Atmanivedanam. These are simple processes. Shravanam, you just have to hear. Kirtanam, you just have to sing. You don't have to be a Carnatic musician. Just sing whatever way you can sing. Okay, Krishna is only looking at love and devotion. Bhavagrahi Janardana. Okay? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, remembrance. Okay? The Shravanam and Kirtanam just require some effort. Smaranam does not require any effort. Okay? No physical activity is needed. You just have to engage your mind and think about God. That's all. Very easy. Smaranam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam. You come to the temple and participate in Arati. It's very joyful. Who doesn't want to participate in Arati? Everybody. So, Pada Sevanam, all the processes in devotion, Bhakti Yoga, they're easy to practice. And we can perform them joyfully. Okay? So, that is the third topic of this chapter. That means, which is the best yoga or topmost yoga? So, these are the three topics. What are the three topics? Who can tell? Without fail, without missing any of them. I just discussed three topics or three lessons that we need to take from this chapter. What are the three lessons? Art of controlling the mind, first one. Okay? Regulations, art of regulations. Third one?
Which yoga is best?
What is the easiest and best yoga? These are the three lessons. So, what's the time? 1:30 here. We'll discuss another 10 minutes and then we can bring all the kids and Lasyavi can sing Bhishma Stuti. Okay. So there was earlier we were talking about something, right? Before we started discussion on chapter 6, we were discussing about something. Anyways, there is a small story that also proves how bhakti is very simple. Okay? Very simple and easy to do. So once upon a time there was a man who went to spiritual world. Okay? So he was at the entrance of the spiritual world. Jai Vijay were standing there. So Jai Vijay, they asked him, now you have to tell us what are the good things that you have done, so that we will assess your ability or qualification, whether you are qualified to enter spiritual world, Vaikuntha or not. Then this person starts telling, I was chanting 16 rounds every day. Okay? And Jai Vijay say, okay, 2 points. I used to go to the class every Sunday. Then Jai Vijay say, okay, another 2 points. Then this person says the third thing, I was taking care of my family members nicely. Paraphernalia. Read that? Family and paraphernalia. I was taking care of paraphernalia, family members very nicely. Okay, another 2 points. I was also helping the society, doing some charity. Okay, another 2 points. Like this, this person told many things, and for everything, Jai Vijay only gave 2 points. But at the end of the discussion, there were only 48 points or something like that. Less than 50 percentage. Then Jai Vijay said, looks like you are not qualified to enter into Vaikuntha. Then this person involuntarily he said, now only God has to save me. Now only Bhagavan has to save me. Then Jai Vijay said, yes, now you are qualified to enter into Vaikuntha. Yes, full marks. The moment we think that only God can save me and it's not because of my efforts, then you are qualified. That is the simple principle in bhakti.
Who is in control?
Huh?
You should remember who is in control.
Yeah.
We assume we are in control, but
Yeah. So even in bhakti also, no matter what you do, how much ever sadhana we do, it's ultimately only because of the mercy of the Lord one can get liberated and go to spiritual world. So it is so simple. Bhakti yoga means just always be dependent on the Lord. Yep. శివ మీ క్లాస్ అయిపోయిందా? ఓకే. సో అయితే పిల్లలందరూ తీసుకొని రండి, భీష్మస్తుతి పాడదాం. మృదంగా కూడా. So we'll discuss second shloka also, and then we'll pause for today. Because third shloka and fourth shloka that talk about the two different stages in Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. There are two stages in Aṣṭāṅga Yoga, preliminary level and then advanced level, or the level where Aṣṭāṅga Yogi achieves perfection. Yoga Rudasya and Aruruksho. Yoga Ruruksha, Yoga Rudasya. These are two stages. Yoga Ruksho and Yoga Ruda. These are two stages. Yoga Ruksho is the preliminary and Yoga Ruda is the advanced stage. So how one progresses from Yoga Ruksha to Yoga Ruda stage, that we will discuss next class. But before that, today, second shloka. Yam sannyāsam iti prahur-yogam tam viddhi Pandava.
Yam sannyāsam iti prahur-yogam
योगं तं विधि
Ahya sannyasta
पाण्डव
sankalpo yogi bhavati kaścana.
न हि असन्न्यस्तसङ्कल्पो योगी भवति कश्चन.
Or sannyasam, renunciation, iti, thus, prahu, they say, yogam, linking with the Supreme, tam, that, vidhi, you must know, Pandava, O son of Pandu, na, never, he, certainly, asanyasta, without giving up, sankalpaha, desire for self-satisfaction, yogi, a mystic transcendentalist, bhavati, becomes, kaścana, anyone. Somebody can read this. Madhuri, you want to read?
What is called renunciation, you should know to be the same as yoga or linking oneself with the Supreme. O son of Pandu, for one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. Purport. Real sannyāsa yoga or bhakti means that one should know his constitutional position as the living entity and act accordingly. The living entity has no separate independent identity. He is the marginal energy of Supreme. When he is entrapped by the material energy, he is conditioned, and when he is Krishna conscious or aware of spiritual energy, then he is in his real natural state of life. Therefore, when one is in complete knowledge, one ceases all material sense gratification or renounces all kinds of sense gratificatory activities. This is practiced by the yogis who restrain the senses from material attachment. But a person in Krishna consciousness has no opportunity to engage his senses in anything which is not for the purpose of Krishna. Therefore, a Krishna conscious person is simultaneously a sannyasi and a yogi. The purpose of knowledge and of restraining the senses, as prescribed in the Dhyana and Yoga processes, is automatically served in Krishna consciousness. If one is unable to give up the activities of his selfish nature, then Dhyana and Yoga are of no avail. The real aim is for living entity to give up all selfish satisfaction and to be prepared to satisfy the Supreme. A Krishna conscious person has no desire for any kind of self-enjoyment. He is always engaged for the enjoyment of the Supreme. One who has no information of Supreme must therefore be engaged in self-satisfaction because no one can stand on the platform of inactivity. All purposes are perfectly served by the practice of Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. So here Krishna is giving the prerequisite for practicing Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. What is the prerequisite for practicing Aṣṭāṅga Yoga? A yogi must become
Sannyas.
free from the desire for sense gratification. He must become free from the desire for sense gratification. That means he should already become perfect in chapter 5. He should have read chapter 5 and practiced it perfectly. Only then he can go to chapter 6. Only then he can start practicing Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. That means Karma Yoga, he has to become perfect. Niṣkāma Karma Yoga, he has to become perfect. Become free from the desire for sense gratification means Niṣkāma Karma Yoga. No attachment from the results of his work. That is the prerequisite. Krishna, by saying this, he has said very simply. That means a person has to become perfect in chapter 3, 4 and 5. Now to become perfect in chapter 3, he has to become perfect in chapter 2 also. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5 Sankhya Yoga, knowledge about Atma, knowledge about matter, knowledge about karma, and the transcendental knowledge, and Niṣkāma Karma Yoga. This is the medium level. We remember we discussed 3 stages. Lower level person will start chanting. Because that is what, whenever you go to any ISKCON temple, right? They'll give you beads and say, chant and be happy. And they'll give Bhagavad Gita and say, this has solution to every problem in your life. Now this person, Sudhakar, will think, this is very easy. No, I don't accept this. This is not the best. This is not the best. They are just bluffing. How can simply by chanting on the beads it can make us happy? Let me try something else. Then he will study about body, mind, soul. Then he'll study about karma, jnana, niṣkāma karma yoga. He'll achieve perfection. He'll spend 10 years in doing that. And then he will think that, no, this is also not the best. I have done it. 10 years, I finished everything. I'm perfect now. I can teach everybody. So this is not the best. Let me practice Aṣṭāṅga Yoga now. Very difficult. So this is the prerequisite. Okay, when Krishna is saying the prerequisite is to become free from the desire for sense gratification, it appears very simple. That means before this, so much of life is already gone. Almost 75% of your life is already gone. The remaining 25% is not sufficient to practice Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. And there are so many other prerequisites which we will discuss in the next 2 shlokas. One has to be celibate, no marriage. So, Sudhakar, if you are married and thinking about Dhyana, meditation, no qualification. So you have to be celibate. That's the second qualification. Okay? So like that, there are so many qualifications, prerequisites, which we'll discuss in the next class. Okay? So now, in the next 15 minutes, Lasavi is going to sing Bhishma Stuti. Today is Bhishma Ashtami, and then next Thursday, Thursday is Bhishma Ekadashi. So these are the 2 auspicious days. So we should remember Bhishma Dev by reciting, hearing Bhishma Stuti. You ready, Lasavi? Come here. Rudanga. Yes. Abhishek, can you play? Okay, Shiva, can you play? Oh, Samit. Get No, apde kaadu. Wait. Just say Hare Krishna. Keep saying Hare Krishna. I will adjust and show the shlokas here. Okay? Keep saying Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare